Hello my students, welcome back with GST Online Learning, and it is me, Miss Dwi here. Well, I would like to say that we are at the end of Unit 10 and we are going to do a review. By the way, how many languages that you have spoken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wow, I think that you are multilingual. What is that multilingual? Let's find it out in this video. Alright, we start our review with vocabulary review. First, we've got people who speak more than one language. If someone speaks two languages really well, we call it bilingual. And if someone speaks more than two languages and really good, they are multilingual. Multilingual. Next, we've got accent. Some people speak the same languages, but because they come from different community or different country, their accent becomes so different. For the example, we both speak English, but we've got American accent or British accent. While if we want to say someone who speaks really good at a language, we call it fluent. Here is my boyfriend, Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran was born in England, and from kid, her parents taught him to speak English. So we can say that Ed Sheeran is an English native speaker, and English is his mother tongue. Mother tongue means bahasa ibu, the first language that someone learns when they were a baby. Now, let's listen to another analogy. She is a Russian. She was born in Russia, but right now she lives in USA. When she was a baby, she learned for the first time about Russian. So, she is Russian native speaker, and her mother tongue is Russian. Even though she lives in USA and she speaks English and probably other languages, but English is not her mother tongue because she learned Russian from when she was a baby. Alright, did you get the difference? Yes, in Indonesia, we've got so many traditional languages, but there is only one official language, that's Bahasa Indonesia. You know, we don't use some languages anymore. For the example, like ancient Greek. So we can say that that language has disappeared or gone at all. And how many numbers of people who speaks a languages in total? We can also say in total as all together, in total. So let's take care of Bahasa Indonesia so Bahasa Indonesia won't disappear in the future. The pictures on the screen look like the same, but on the left it says about population. Population means number of people in an area. For the example, how many population in Jakarta? And in Jakarta, and with its population, they speak many languages. So, in population, you will hear more than one language. Nah, population usually stay in places around the world. And what is the name of the land that is really big and surrounded by oceans? Yes, we call it continent. And in this world, we've got 7 continents. And in continents, usually there is a dominant language. And from one continent to other continent, they also speak different languages. Yes, because we can't interact because ocean separates us. We can predict that in 100 years or in a century, some languages will be gone or will disappear. Why? Because some of us don't use those languages anymore. Why? Yeah, because we are comfortable with some of languages. Nah, what is the activity of delivering message? No, it is not chatting. Another word for chatting. So the listener will get your message, even though you say like this, gugu gaga gugu guga. Oh, you are hungry. Alright, I got what you mean. It is called communicate. Nah, in conversation, usually there is someone who is talkative and this person wants to speak all the time. For the example, this person speaks 80% of the conversation. We can call him or her dominant. Dominant. Because he or she dominates the conversation. Can I ask you, what do you think dominant language in Java? Do you think Java? We can say two, probably Java and Sunda are dominant languages in Java Island. How about dominant languages in Papua? Yes, I believe it is Papuan language. Even though there are some Japanese, Bali, Madura, and so on, but Irian or Papuan language is dominant. Now, picture on the left, we have got so many people with traditional clothes. And we can say that they are tribes or suku. Different tribes has their different costumes. And they usually also have different religion. For the example, in Indonesia, we've got Baduy. Baduy has their own religion for their own, and they also have their own leader. While the picture on the right, inhabitant. Us, we, human, Miss Louie, Jessica, Marvel, Joshua, and everyone is inhabitant or penduduk or citizen because we live in a place. The person who lives in a place, we call it inhabitant. And then the last vocabulary that I want to say is isolated. Isolated means that we can't connect to each other or other places, other people easily because there is usually a barrier. For the example for Indonesia is Baduy Dalam. Yes, the name is Baduy Dalam. It takes 6 until 7 hours to go there. Because Baduy Dalam wants to preserve their culture and their people. Actually, that picture is not from Baduy Dalam because we are not allowed to bring our camera to that place. We can't take picture there. So the picture is from Baduy Luar. And because the place is isolated, the language And because the place is isolated, usually not many people from other places speaks the same languages, just like Baduy Dalam. So Baduy Dalam has their own language to speak for their people. Alright? Let's breathe in and breathe out and wash your hands more often. Don't forget using soap. Hand sanitizer doesn't kill virus. Alright, after you wash your hands, please stay away from crowded place, especially place where people gather around. Yep, just like that person on the right picture. Hello. Now let me discuss the grammar that we have learned in Unit 10. Yep, that's reported speech. Reported speech is like, for the example, Joshua speaks something, says something, and then Marvel heard. Marvel wants to tell James. Nah, what James heard from Marvel is reported speech. Reported speech. For the example, first of all, let's look at that fresh ice cream. Oh my god, it's a hot day. I think eating ice cream is a great idea. Alright, Miss Dwi mau cabut colokan laptop dulu ya. Finish. In reported speech, the verb will change. Nah, please look at the box. If it is verb 1, if the sentence uses verb 1, it will change into verb 2. Is MR become was or were? Will be would. Can will be could. And has or have plus verb 3 become had and verb 3. Now, let's look at the example. Diana says, I like ice cream. Now, like here is verb 1. So we change the verb 1 into verb 2. So it becomes, Diana says that she likes ice cream. Now, we have another example. Diana says they are eating ice cream. So, what changed here is only are. We change into were. Diana says that they were eating ice cream. Now we've got Joshua and Marvel. Next time we will have James and Hans. Joshua says, Marvel hasn't eaten ice cream. Oh, I'm sorry, Marvel. If we change into reported speech, so hasn't become hadn't. Joshua said that Marvel hadn't eaten ice cream. Now let's review about reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns means that the subject and the object of the sentence are the same. Yes, just like reflection atau cerminan. Just like I see myself on the mirror. I and myself are the same person. So that's why we call it reflexive. Alright? Now, please look at the box. If the subject is I, the reflexive pronouns is myself, you, yourself, we, ourselves. Remember, for we, they, Judy, and Laura, if the subject is more than one person or plural, the ending is fes, V-E-S, not E-L-F. Ourselves, themselves. Another example, he cut himself when cutting the meat. Yes, no one did it, but he did by himself. He cut himself. So that's why you can buy something on the right from Shopee or Tokopedia. The same question like previous video. So, what is the reflexive pronoun for this one? Alright, we, ourselves. Now, how about this one? The subject is you. So, yes, yourself. And the last is about this cat. Now, the subject is the cat. So, what is the reflexive pronouns for this one? Alright, you got it right. Alright, that's all about our review today. I hope that it helps you to understand about this unit better. Alright, for your task, only 2 pages with short questions. That's in class book and workbook. You can see on the screen. That's our discussion today. See you next meeting. Bye, students.